So I want to share with you, what does it feel like to buy one of your dream cars? This is one of my dream cars. It's a Corvette C8. I'm gonna take a little seat here. I want to share with you a little story of what the reality of it is once you actually get the things that you've always wanted, and more importantly, how other people will treat you. Because I think this has probably been the most interesting part that I just didn't expect. And so I'll tell a very quick story about I had a buddy of mine who became successful before I did. He bought, I'm not going to mention the car or anything, but he bought a car of similar value, really cool car, and was doing well in his career, obviously. Had a nice, lived in this really cool apartment, all these things like that. And I hadn't seen him in a few years since school. And so I ran into him again, got connected with him through some other friends. And I was just like so impressed. I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. Like, this is awesome. And I just remember telling him, like, this car's so sick. This is really cool. Like, wow, you have like an awesome life. And I was very like impressed and inspired by him, right? And so that was the case. And this was, years ago. And at the time I was like really broke, and I was just starting a new business, and was going through a transition period where I had to live in my parents' house, like all this other stuff, right? And so, well, long story short, I bought this car, and I hadn't seen him in a couple of years. I was living outside of the country, and I come back and I come and talk to him, and I was like, "Hey, man, uh, like let's go to the gym, let's hang out, like let's meet up while I'm in town." I was here buying this car, and I showed up at the gym, and he didn't know that I had the car because I didn't share anything online about it. I wasn't posting anything about it or anything like that. And I get out of the car, and he goes, "Whose car is that?" And I was like, "That's a strange comment." Didn't really think much of it. I was like, "Oh, it's mine. I just got it." And he was like, "Nice," and just turns around and walks away, basically. And I was just like, "Oh, that's kind of strange." Didn't really think much of it. And we go and have a conversation, and we hang out, have a workout, and he's just complaining the entire time. And afterwards, I realized what happened. I was like, "Oh," because he was in a much worse position at that point in his life than he used to be. And he was just telling me about how basically everything was everyone else's fault and all this stuff. But I was excited for him when he got the car. But when I got the car and all that, he wasn't excited for me. In fact, he was just, I guess jealous, you know. And so I had that experience, but then I had a bunch of experiences like that, a bunch of experiences, people treating me weird, people treating me different. Because it's one thing for people to think that you're doing well, like, oh, it looks like he's doing well, like, oh, he's traveling, he's doing these things. But when you buy something really, really expensive like this, it's like, okay, he has to be doing well, right? Like something of that nature. And that's not why I bought the car. I bought the car because I like cars. I've always liked cars. The last car was a Camaro. Like, I've always enjoyed cars. It's a passion of mine. And so when I bought it, it was like a big accomplishment for me. And then I realized now, like, it's just a symbol that, oh, you have money, basically. And so basically the point of this story is like, it, buying a car like this, if you have the dream to buy it, of course you should do it. It's a great experience. But understand the way that people will treat you is maybe not what you would expect. You'll obviously get a lot of random people's attention, of people, talking to you about the car and stuff like that, which is cool. I don't mind that. But the people who you knew, when they can actually see a measurable thing that, like, you are truly are winning in what you're doing, a lot of the people who you used to know, and a lot of people who you grew up with, people who you thought were your friends, will show their true colors. And so, what am I saying, to not buy the car because of how other people might treat you? No, I'm just letting you know what might happen to you if you do buy the car and you have outward signs of success. But in my opinion, it's a great thing, because what it shows you is the people who you should or shouldn't have in your life. And in my opinion, anyone who sees you winning and treats you lesser is not someone who I want in my life. Because I've never in my life met someone who's doing well, doing better than me, or people who are successful who've ever, like, shit on my success. And in fact, since I get inspired by other people, and I always, like, love to see other people win, when other people don't love to see me win, it confuses me, because I assume that everyone else sees the world the way I see the world, and that's just not the case. I've talked to many successful people. I've talked to many people who are rich. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars rich. And I had one of the guys tell me, he's like, "Oh, he's like, look in a mirror when I talk to you. He's excited for me. He's making comments like this." But yet I have people who haven't quite got to where I'm at yet, who are talking shit, who are, looking down upon me. And I realize that this is the price you pay. This is just a part of the game. Like, this is what's going to happen. And so if you're, working really hard and you're excited, you're about to like buy the fancy car and you're excited to post it on the internet, and so that way your friends can see it and you're like excited, and you think, oh, people are going to say congratulations. They're not. Getting the things that you want, it should be for you, because at the end of the day, no one else cares, and people might treat you a little bit different, man. Once they see you actually winning. I've had many people who I knew and cared about who told me to my face, that they love me and that all these things like that, who I get things through the grapevine of things that they've said about me. And I'm like, that sucks for them, man, because they're losing access to me, and that's their problem. So just letting you know, this might be what'll happen if you buy your dream car. Quite frankly, again, you have people like that in your life. They shouldn't be there anyway. Buy the fucking car.